It's a nice day outside, and hope everybody had a great time yesterday. But I'm about ready to have another great time tonight, and it is time. It's time for the Super Bowl, and better yet, one of the people that's going to be in the Super Bowl is the former Insane One, now known as It's Reese Burner. But how's it going, man? And yeah, I saw that your account on Discord got hacked, Mr. Insane One. But also, hey, what's up, Atticus, who's also going to be in the Super Bowl. So I'm happy to say that the two of you so far are two people that are in the Super Bowl. And Atticus, if you like, you're more than welcome to do commentary, if you like. My treat. But other than that, though, as well as Patty. Oh, goodness gracious. Let me have some water. It's kind of... Might need something to quench my thirst a little bit. Mm. But yeah, great to see you, Patty. And I'm shopping at the moment, sadly. Aw. Not a problem. So anyway, I'm just gonna wait for a few more minutes. Maybe if you're still alive when I get home. Okay. Maybe. We'll see. Alright. Well, without any further ado, I'm just gonna set up the Super Bowl. But before I go any further, I'm just going to pick the two teams that are going to be in it. And of course, the Broncos have the higher seed, so naturally, they would be the home team. Oh, there we go. And also, Brandon's going to be in it, too. Now, of course, excuse me, the Broncos do have the higher seed of the two teams. I mean, Denver has the ninth seed, or not the ninth seed, the second seed, and the Panthers have the fifth seed. So that's what determines who has the home uniform. But other than that, okay. So we have Brandon, we have Patty, we also have Insane One, and Atticus. So now let me just get the others. And also Happy Meal Hernsberger. What's up? Okay, let me get Crushing Kelly. Okay. Sorry if I'm not talking very much, though. But anyway, great to see you, Brian. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, well, that's another story for another time. But it's good to see you, though. Hi, Mr. Happy Meal. Okay. Oh, and also Clinton is here. Hey, Clinton. Yep. Oh, and of course, I give him the wrong link. Okay, much better. Hoping it goes better than last time. And you know, both Crushing Kelly and Clinton have something in common, and that's they've never won the Super Bowl, and yet only one of them is going to do it. Only one of them will make it. Will get their hand raised and will become Super Bowl champion. So that's the sad thing is that someone has to win and somebody has to lose. Oh right, this is the second Super Bowl we played each other in. Yeah, I mean, and it's been a while since the last time you were in a Super Bowl, but when you were, you had won your second consecutive though. But you're going for your third, and for Clinton, he's trying to get his first. He's trying to get the one that has eluded him. Please, 3D Christian. 3D Christian. Oh, McCaffrey. Oh, okay. So Insane One's here. Cage is here. So let me just get Carol Parks and Jacob Baker. So let me get those. Let me get those two. And also, this would be a good time to go get snacks and stuff like that. I'm just wishing Carol Parks the best. All right, and then finally, let me get Jacob Baker. I mean, and for Jacob Baker, he has a very unique distinction as, or I don't want to say a unique distinction, but he has the distinction of making it in his first appearance. Anyway, hey TJ, mid if I ask you a question. Well, what's that? Also, hey, or sorry, hiya, Crushing Kelly. All right, anyway. Well, all right. So, what's your question, Clinton? Do you care about equipment for the? Oh, yes. In fact, Clinton, if you want to talk more about it, would you like to do some commentary? If not, that's okay. But as far as equipment, I might have to show you what I. Hmm, I don't care too much about equipment, other than I'll tell you what I could do. I'll go back to my own character, and I'll give you the equipment that my character has, as well as what my measurements and weight and things like that. But it also depends on what position he is in. Is he a linebacker? Because again, certain positions I'd imagine are beneficial if you're lightweight, as opposed to someone like than other positions. You know what I mean? Sure and yes. Okay. Sits beside Atticus and smiles. Aw. All right, I'm almost done reaching out. So there we go. So I just reached out to Jacob. Okay. Oh, right. Almost forgot. I need to finish the details of the video. Okay. There we go. Oh, right. Let me just get my pop-out chat, and we are done. Okay. All right. Let me send an inter. Oh no, not that way. Not that one. You're mic'd up. All right. Cool. All right. So let me just invite Clinton-san to the party. Okay. Now we got that. Sets up the tables on the sideline, so we could power bomb the refs if they screw. Wow. Wow. Well, I imagine that Clinton is going to do the same thing should the ref screw him over. And speaking of Clinton, there he is.
Hello.
Yeah, I would mention something else, but I think you already mentioned the fact that you were going to start something along the lines of. Well, I think it's better you tell them.
I am doing a league similar to this, but instead of just players, there's also owners.
And they pick their own teams, or rather, they pick the
Yep.
players for the teams.
Yep, we did a beginning draft, and I'm making the human players, and then I got to do the rest of the in-game players that were drafted. And it's all AFC.
Okay.
Because the AFC has better parity than the NFC. The NFC was literally like the Rams, Tampa, Green Bay, and then everybody else.
Yeah, that's well, hopefully in later years that will change. I'm hoping, but for now I can see the logic in why you did it. So
But yeah, right now, and owners can move the teams if they want to. Like, I know Kelly's moving her team to Portland. I'm moving the Browns to Columbus and changing their name because, yeah.
almost
Let's
forgot.
see.
There we go.
Who else is moving? Trying to get to the owner's box. But it's a lot like the actual NFL where I'm just the commissioner,
Oh yeah,
but I
you're
own a
right. Yeah.
team.
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
So you're the commissioner, but you do own a team on the side.
Yeah, and the owners do votes, kind of like the competition committee. Brandon owns the Broncos.
Interesting.
Goddess owns the Raiders.
Interesting.
Let's see, who else? Shadow Press used to own the Ravens, but he felt that he didn't have time, so he stepped down and became a player,
Okay.
which is cool. I'm glad he made one trade, though. He traded me for Lamar Jackson.
Kind of a bad. I mean, nothing against you, but I'm like, come on, Lamar Jackson. Why would you trade him unless you? I mean, unless you're going to trade for someone like like a
Well,
Patrick Mahomes or something like that. I'm
I
like,
gave
why
him
would you
Baker
trade him?
Mayfield. Well, he doesn't own the Ravens after that, but I gave him Baker Mayfield, the Ravens Baker Mayfield, and he gave me Lamar Jackson. Ghazi owns the Dolphins, and he's moving on to Mexico City. Reaper is moving the Chargers to London. Don't ask me why.
I'm not even sure if that's possible.
It is.
Wow.
I actually posted in the owner's box where a page that gave all the places you could move them to. Tiny's moving. Tiny owns the Colts and moving them to Chicago. Blaze owns Pittsburgh, obviously.
And I guess he's going to keep them where they are.
Yep.
Well, anyway, to be as far away from your scrub teams as possible, that's why.
Yeah, and good luck on that one, Reaper. The Chargers ain't that good.
Well, we're going to find out which team is good. Who is going to win the Super Bowl? Will it be...
Furcow is.
Will it be Clinton and the Denver Broncos, or will it be Atticus and Kelly and Patty and Brandon of the Panthers and the rest of the Panthers? We're going to find out right now.
It's going to be Furcow.
Well, anyway, I think we've done enough talking, so let's just get right into the game. Carolina for the win. All right, cool. Oh, excuse me. I had to drink some water, man.
Yeah, I can't blame you there.
Oh yeah, and Brandon says Chargers are decent, but the head coach there screwed them. Although I have to say that's a bit of an understatement.
I got the idea from another league that I'm a part of. In that league, I own the San Diego Aftershocks.
And of course, eventually I'm going to have to correct your name from Cage to McCleary or Flippin', whatever you wish to be. But this is a rematch of Super Bowl 50, and I don't know if you remember Super Bowl 50. I do remember that was really the last time that we saw a prime, Cam Newton. I mean, he was good in the ensuing years, but he just got progressively worse as time went on. But yeah, there was just nothing like prime Cam Newton. I'm sorry, man. He was, and yet it took someone like a Von Miller to, well, he and the rest of that defense to, do him in.
Well, that was because of the no-fly zone. And it forced Newton to run, and yeah, shoulder injuries do kill careers, especially with quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this was back when they had the no-fly zone, and in this bowl series, in actuality, when we did face off, it was literally the same thing. It was the no-fly zone, and that's why when I saw the Panthers win, I'm like, oh crap.
Well, there you see Brandon, who is returning the kickoff. Yeah, Super Bowl 50 was Peyton Manning's last Raw, but it was a good one. And I can't say he was the MVP that game. I would say that's more like Von Miller or any of the other members of the defense, because they pretty much won that game.
They did.
But
Manning was the piece of that team. He wasn't the star. That was actually his second worst season, period.
They have a different look to them. This team looks like that they are focused, composed, and ready to win.
But not a bad way to go out, though.
No, it's not. And that's the funny part, is he is actually the one that ended up winning deciding the friggin' fate of the going out like that in your second worst season, that's not bad at all.
Yeah. I hate crying wolf, but to this day I still feel like Carolina threw that game to give Peyton. I don't know if that's true, but
no.
They were trying to win.
Do you know how many fan bases would absolutely riot if they found out they threw at the Super Bowl? Look at the Black Sox scandal in Major League Baseball. Look how many they still have to deal with that. Fans still give them crap about that. All these years later, it's been over 100 years.
You'd have thought they'd move on by now. Yeah, you'd have thought they'd move on by now, but it just left a black mark on women. And I'm not sure what. Wow, Brandon Chubb. Well, I mean, great play by him, but Atticus was just running all over the place.
Maybe he saw Kelly in a dress. I don't know.
well, no, Kelly's on the field with him. She's the tight end. Of course, he would know more about tight ends, but I digress. So, also, hey, what's up, the Rev Cupid? Now it's 2nd and 19, and already Atticus is in a bit of trouble here. And what kind of throw was that?
The lame kind?
And you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
That's the key to this game is you got to get pressure on defense on Atticus and somehow, and I do mean somehow, contain
it was tipped.
McCaffrey.
Oh, he's going to go long. And it's caught! What a catch! 47 yards! To Moore. How does that happen? I mean, he was on the ropes, and yet he launches it. I mean, it could have just as easily been dropped, but also great to see Crimson Ninja, as last year we saw Crimson Ninja win the Super Bowl. Now it's his brother.
Just on the inside of the corner, using his body to block him out. That was a great play by the receiver.
I mean, got to give it to him, really. Now Atticus, another completion and another first down.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field.
And of course you guys can hear, oh no, wait, that's right. They can hear you. They can hear you, so. I forgot that they did, so. Anyway. 1st and 10, and oh, that was tipped, but incomplete. That could have been intercepted there.
If he would have stuck his hands out, it would have. That was a bad play by the defender. He should have stuck his hands out and went for it.
Yeah,
There's nobody else around.
Yeah, just as bad of a throw though, because that still could have been caught either way though. But anyway, 2nd and 10. They hand it off to Brandon, and Brandon, well, gets 4 yards on that, or 3.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it.
I'm kind of surprised that they don't have their best player on the team on the field right now.
Well, what happened was Christian McCaffrey, when I was handling the draft, it turned out that he was injured. So it only made sense for Brandon to be drafted at running back. And yet Brandon has had a great, has had himself a great postseason this
He has, but at the same time, McCaffrey is just, when he's healthy, he's a game changer.
Well, that's the key word, if he's healthy.
I think that's in the biggest wreck to his career has been
and of course, Rev Cupid saying hello to everybody.
Yeah.
But let's see if Denver can get a stop here. He's going to throw it. And it's caught. What a catch. And who caught that? Brandon Cuevas. So now Brandon pulling out his best Marshall Falk. I'm like, they go from getting 2 straight sacks in a row, and then they are just on the doorstep. Like, how does that happen?
Interesting. Time to find out.
Anyway, there you see Baker. So you have on your team on defense, you have Jacob Baker, Carroll Parks, and Insane One, and nope, they got him down at the 1.
Yeah, they're gonna have to fix the tackling, like go low and the knees and wrap. Stop trying to hit up high. That's not gonna work.
So now we're gonna find out what Atticus is gonna do. Atticus is gonna throw, and they got it to Moore, and it's a touchdown, Carolina.
Yeah, Denver's weakness since Harris left has been just the inability to defend the pass, and finally it's rearing its ugly head here. And I'm not 100% sure that Denver's got the weapons to actually answer.
I mean, of course, as far as Denver was concerned, getting into the Super Bowl at this point, they pretty much had their way with the Texans because, well, of course they did.
It's the Texans.
And then they had the Jacksonville Jaguars, who, like, how they made it to the AFC Championship is completely beyond me. But they did. They made it, but they ran into the Broncos. They need more reliable weapons. But yeah, I have to think that, the CMC is going to need to, be one of the guys, not be the guy. They over-rely on him too much, is what Atticus is saying.
They do. He is their offense, pretty much, in real life.
Anyway, oh, wait, we got a flag here. What's this?
Probably on the Broncos.
It is a holding. Oh, so that's going to put him at the 21 to start off with. Well, Carolina did what they had to do. I mean, you can't blame them.
Yeah.
Well, and also I forgot to mention that each quarter is 10 minutes. Probably should have mentioned that. Now Cage gets free, and he gets a completion for 19 yards at a first down to Sutton.
But yeah, this is pretty much just going to have to...
What the... I'm sorry, I'm just looking at what Brandon said.
I did not approve that.
Oh, of the fans?
No,
or...
either what they were... Well, I do approve of what the fans were saying, but I did not, show that.
Oh, you mean the throw that you just did, or just the fact that...
What Brandon said in the chat. I did not hide that.
Wow. I mean, let's not forget, I mean, what happened to, innocent until proven guilty,
This isn't a criminal... Oh. It's not a criminal case. That's what people are forgetting. This is a case of, did he violate the NFL's conduct policy? And the answer to that is yes, he did. He violated the policy. The only reason he got 6 games, and it's in her report, is because she went by precedent.
And a run, and they get a first down. They get 4 yards and more. And they get it past midfield to the 43.
Nice play by Gordon.
I mean, really, the biggest weakness coming into this season, as far as drafting was concerned, their biggest need, of course, was, you guessed it, quarterback.
Apparently, neither team needs a defense. But,
well,
yeah,
whichever.
going back,
yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Well, whichever defense is going to show up, that's the team that's going to win ultimately. And Cage trying to find somebody. He goes for it, and he finds the open man, and he got it to Sutton, and they got him at the 14, as you were saying.
But as far as the Watson thing, he's going to get that all season long, because even in the report, she said his behavior was predatory, and she believes he did it. The only reason the grand juries did not go for the case is because, in reality, to win the case, you have to prove beyond reasonable doubt
that he's guilty.
Yes,
ultimately.
And in a criminal case. Now, in a case like the league, it's preponderance of the evidence, which is a far less degree. It's probably, if you want to go by percentage, it's about 80 to 85% would be beyond reasonable doubt, and preponderance of the evidence would be about 50%.
Interesting. See, I was never really a legal major.
I study law for fun.
Yeah, because the most law I've known was the whole, disclosure stuff, and that's from, my cousin Vinny. Anyway, nice, wait, what? Wow. So not only do you, it's a completed pass, but it went for negative yards.
Yeah, that was a bad throw.
That was a bad throw.
Decision.
Bad throw, unfortunately. And anytime you go backwards, out of bounds, that just keeps the clock running. And intercepted!
Of course.
Right to chin.
And he's going to hone in right on Sutton, and that's exactly what happened. Ugh. I figured this was going to happen.
And unfortunately, well, Atticus, you said defense. What's that? Well, it just happened.
You would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared.
Well, right now, Carolina, it looks like Carolina wants to get revenge after what happened in Super Bowl 50.
They got that before. They don't need it again.
On first down, Black.
And, well, that was incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them.
Hopefully the defense can cover get it done.
Yeah, cause turnovers, maybe even get a pick six if they're fortunate enough to do it. I mean, we had just turnovers on the last show, and that was between Carolina and the Falcons. And that that could have been intercepted, but incompleted nonetheless.
Couldn't hang on third down. My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like
and that was well defended against the tight end crushing Kelly.
I was like, when did you get revenge? Did you not watch the last game?
Or maybe he doesn't even remember.
I think you need to drug test Atticus Black. I think if he DQ'd for drugs.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him
Well, I was going to say something, but I probably would offend him, so I'm not going to say it. And now Atticus being chased, and he throws. Oh, yeah, he threw across his body. The old Brett Favre thing, where you throw across your body. And that could have been picked off, but it was incompleted nonetheless, so they're going to punt it away.
That's when you give them the doomsday device.
Okay. So they kick it. And they will, okay, so a signal for a fair catch at the 36. All right, so now we're going to find out if Cage can redeem himself.
If he doesn't, he's going to get punched in the crotch repeatedly.
So the coach is not going to get it? It's going to be him?
Well, yeah, he's the one that threw the pick in the end zone like a ding-dong.
Wow. Hey, hello. Hey, what's up? Wolverine Gaming 2016. Nice to see you, man.
Wolverine.
Anyway, they'll start with a run, and they get, whoa, they not only get a first down, they get a whole lot more past midfield at the 49. So
Gordon shows flashes from time to time of what he was in San Diego.
Well, I mean, if he can bring some of that back for this game, I don't think he'll be upset about that.
I will not.
Oh yeah, I should also write down who's going to be featured for next season. So.
Oh yeah.
And another first down, another completion. And of course, it was to Sutton.
That's what I mean. He's honing in on one guy, and he shouldn't. You should never hone in on one guy as a quarterback.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Excuse me. I have the hiccups. I'm not sure why. Anyway, they hand it off, and another. Well, I'll tell you what. It looks like they're going for some runs. So, well, not. Well, you know what I mean by runs. You know, my sister, like, like when I was watching baseball, and you know the team was scoring runs. But then my sister just turned it on me and turned it around and said, "Oh, so they got the runs now, huh?"
Oh, good Lord.
So, yeah, those kind of runs. They hand it off again. Oh, but this time Carolina adjusts a bit, and they only give up 2 yards on that.
Not much on that run, Charles. No, that's exactly
yeah, it keeps them off offense off the field if you can control the line of scrimmage and run the ball. Which, if they're throwing like crazy like that, you definitely want them off the field.
Okay. All right, 2nd and 8. They hand it off again, and a no gain.
Now they're starting to hone in on the run. This would be a good time to run a read option. They're clogging up the middle.
Yeah.
On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
And a completion. Oh, no, whoa, wait, we got a flag. Now, if without that flag, that would have fallen short. But instead, it is, what is this? Holding against the Broncos.
Why am I not surprised?
So that's going to result in a 3rd and 18.
If they take it.
Which they do.
That's surprising. Why
I'm surprised because I don't know, because that would have resulted in at the least a field goal attempt, but no, it gives them another chance, albeit 10 yards back. Now Cage looking for somebody. He does find him, but not enough for a first down at the 18. Okay.
Yeah, I question that decision by the coach. I would have.
Oh, you mean Matt Rule?
No, that the call by the coach to accept the penalty.
That's what I mean, Matt Rule. He's the coach for the Carolina Panthers.
I don't pay attention to who the coach of the Carolina Panthers is, because well.
Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal.
Like, well, before I go any further. Field goal is good, so that cuts it to a 4-point lead, but obviously we know that Denver's going to have to get another stop. Although that really should go without... Bills? Come on, graphics department, are you on drugs? I mean,
What the hell?
I mean, you accused Atticus Black of being on drugs, and yet we really should have been paying attention to the graphics department. Like, what the fuck, man? I'm sorry, but I had to say it.
I'm starting to think they went into Atticus's stash.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away.
It's okay. It's okay, Clinton. I wish I could forget about Rule 2. Anyway, well, they take it out,
You know, if they
and they get him at the
Clinton
21.
flip, and they would be successful, but they won't. So that's their fault. You hear me, NFL?
The Carolina offense about ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going. They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're
I equals Super Bowls.
as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense.
No, Kelly, you're on the sideline dressed to dragon doing the hula.
No, you are. You're on the field. All right, so. I mean, Carolina has this, but they just... Oh, a play action. And Atticus. Atticus, they got him. They got Atticus, and it was Reed who sacked him. Atticus held on to the ball too long. But on the other hand, I guess maybe all of his options were covered, so who knows?
He still could have ran to the side, outside the pocket and thrown the ball away to the sideline. And actually, he was out of the pocket to throw the ball away. As long as you're out of the pocket, you can just throw the ball away. One thing I don't understand what that game doesn't allow for some reason. I've never seen anybody do it on the game.
All right, so 2nd and 17. They do get it to... Who's that? I could not see who that was. Oh, that was to Kelly. That was Kelly's first reception for 4 yards. But Kenny Young was able to get to her. And that's the end of the quarter.
Yeah, that's going to have to be a key for Denver's, is if it is a completion, tackle right there. Don't let them get any extra yards.
You may get a football to the jewels, Clinton, says
Good
Kelly.
thing I wear a cup.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun.
And Atticus. Uh-oh. Well, he gets away, and he's going to launch it. And did he catch? No, he did not catch it. For a moment, I thought he caught it. That was close, though. I don't know if you saw the replay.
Yeah, it was, but that was a nice hit right where the ball, right on the shoulder, right on the ball. So that was a well-placed hit.
Standing right on his own 5-yard line. A nice little juke. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Wow, I actually was able to get all 200 characters on that. Okay, they make cups that small, Clinton. Son.
No, Patty, you would have to ask whoever you're dating it. I don't know who they are. Probably not relevant. But
All right,
you'd
so
have
those
to
are
ask them.
all right. So those are the teams for next year or next season, I should say. Excuse me, not next year. That'd be too long.
And the NFL made a major fail by not making Washington the Sentinels.
Anyway, nice run there by Gordon. So now Denver has the ball again. Dolphins, please. We'll see.
When the blocking is so well executed like that. And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power
Watch, I have a good idea. Put Blaze on the Browns.
Oh yeah, like that's gonna go over well.
It's a draft.
I know, but still.
What's he gonna do? Refuse to sign his contract?
Exactly. Anyway, nice run there by Gordon. Gordon is getting 8 rushes, so that's... Of course, they definitely have to not overuse him.
Yeah, but the key to the thing there is the fact that he's got 60 yards on 8 carries, which is a great yards per carry.
Okay.
That is over 7 yards.
Oh, they hand it off again, and does he get enough yards? That was close, though. Oh, 3rd and 1. And then Kelly obviously is going to be like, I'm good as long as I'm Atticus's team. No way of no chance in hell I'm going to the Vikings.
Same here.
You're not going to be a Viking? No. Anyway, hey, what's up, AWF?
Hello, AWF. The only thing oh, go ahead.
Well, anyway, nice completion there to Fant. Fant has definitely stepped up his game. He stepped up pretty big in the AFC Championship game against the Jacksonville Jaguars, as nobody could stop him. But as you were saying.
But I mean, it's the only good thing about that team is I like their name and their freaking helmet. But other than that,
wait,
awesome.
how could someone steal your Phoenix name? Seriously.
Huh? How's that possible?
Exactly. Anyway, they hand it off again, and well, not too many yards, but forward progress. 5 yards for that. 2nd and 5. Anyway, Crimson says,
yeah,
Atticus, I'd join you on a team if you want to. If you want to do something other than QB. That person did.
Gentlemen, if you're going to be on the same team, I think there should be a match for the QB spot.
2nd and 5.
Oh, well, nice catch, but then better play by the defender to knock the ball away as the receiver was unable to make a substantial move with the ball long enough to do so.
Yep, just shoots that name in and sends that hand in and punches the ball out. Well, the reason I'm confused is, you know how many Mike the Liar are on YouTube? Like, probably about 40, 50.
Anyway, nice, like, okay, that was kind of well, not so much the throw, but rather the running. What kind of running is that? I'm sorry.
You dance too much. You need to do... Okay, this is a message to all the RBs out there. For fuck's sake, one cut, then go forward. No dancing around the side to side crap. But north-south, period. I smacked him. Oh, go ahead.
Oh. Well, I'm still at a loss as to how you would lose your name or someone would steal your name. But as you were saying, but yeah, I could totally see where you're coming from. And another successful field goal, so now it's a 1-point game.
Yeah, but field goals ain't gonna get the job done. Yeah, but still, you could have kept your name. You didn't have to change everything.
Yeah, I'm like, if someone was to call themselves to June 23, I'm not going to change my name.
Yeah, hey, Jamar.
I'm like, come on, man. Like, I can understand maybe infringing on, say, like, WWE or WWF and passing yourself on as one of them.
Pass yourself off as Vince McPanda.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, nice run there by Cuevas to get to the 26. Also, hey, what's up, Jamar?
I say we move Minnesota to Columbus because guess what? Columbus needs a team more than that place. They should have been called the Minnesota Fish because there's no Vikings in Minnesota. And they don't have Zerk on their team.
Create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive. We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
Yes, I'm going to make fun of Minnesota.
A match for QB. Well, first I have to, conduct the draft, and was able to get the ball out of his hands and a completion, but only got 4 yards out of that.
Yeah, and that's exactly what Denver needs to do. If it is a completion, hit them and pull them down to the dirt so they can't go further anyways.
Yeah, and like I said, either you or Crushing Kelly is going to win their first Super Bowl. And a completion and a first down this time. And again, it's DJ Moore.
Yeah, he is a good pass receiver, especially when you need the...
And the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
He is a great receiver, but he's not a speedster. He's a guy that has really reliable hands like Landry.
Okay.
Throwing on first down. Black.
And oh, that could have been that. It was tipped, but it landed incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, screens are dangerous, especially with an aggressive team like Denver, because they're not aggressive on the outside. They come at you up the middle, which clogs the passing lane.
Right, and there's always the chance that someone could read it and intercept you.
Yep, and then that's an easy return to the score for a touchdown.
I mean, we saw that in, I believe it was Super Bowl, correct me if I'm wrong, but it was, I forget the Super Bowl number, but
Raiders,
it was...
Buccaneers?
No, Raiders and the former Redskins, or as I like to call them now, the Foreskins, in which Joe Theismann threw a screen pass, and it was then intercepted by Oakland, or I'm sorry, that was Los Angeles. Now that they were in, but it was intercepted by the Raiders, and they took a pick six, and they never looked back.
And I believe that it happened again to the Raiders in the
fourth and inches. I'm sorry.
Against the Buccaneers as well, if I remember that game correctly.
Yeah, the only reason I don't remember that one as much is because, well, that game was way out of hand already.
Oh, those guys are beasts. That team, as far as defense, was beyond ridiculous.
Yeah, that 2002 Bucks defense is, I don't want to say they're the greatest ever, because I can think of a lot of other teams that hold that distinction, really, but they're up there.
They're a great defense, but you're never going to be able to find out who the best of all time is, because it's not possible, because the defenses don't play each other.
No, and plus, from like the 50s to maybe like today, the rules are different.
Yep.
And yes, both Denver's points came off of field goals. So yeah, that's
you
correct.
Have to look at the size as well. The athletes of today, I don't believe for 5 seconds like the guys from Green Bay in the 60s would be able to get through the line, because they were like the size of the linemen back then were about the size of the linebackers back then.
Anyway, hand it off again, and, well, this time they made sure to clog the middle and only gave up 3 yards on that. But that's what you have to do if you're Carolina in order to stop the run.
Yep, you gotta clog the middle.
Gotta clog the middle and hope that he doesn't go left or right, because
that was the key, like under Mike Shanahan's Broncos. They had that zone blocking runs.
Yay, I'm learning football, says Crushing Kelly.
It was nasty, because it just blocked out every single team, and they would just run all over everyone.
And a completion, and even though he was tackled, he was able to get a couple more yards off after contact, and that was, of course, Melvin Gordon the third.
Yep, Gordon used to be a beast, and he was considered for a long time to be a worthy successor to LaDainian Tomlinson in San Diego, but for some reason, injuries just added up.
Shifty! And another completion.
Hey, Shifty!
They get 4 yards on that one, and it was to Fant. Anyway, how's it going, Shiftykins?
Yeah, if I'm Denver, I take what the defense gives me to go on long drives, because the more your defense is rested, the better chance they have of keeping Denver or Carolina contained.
Let's see, I believe he had enough forward progress to get a first down, and they do.
Yeah, he did. He crossed the yellow line.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. Denver is not allowing the home run plays because that's what happened in the game that Carolina had with the Falcons, where the Falcons gave up a huge home run play, and they never recovered from it.
Yep. You got to keep guys like Cage and Black in the pocket, forcing the beat you
And
with
Cage,
their arm.
oh, got it. And, oh, he's still on his feet, and he gets all the way to the 27-yard line. What a play. 14 yards. Run after the catch. Unbelievable. Anyway.
Yeah, you just got to, if you got guys like that, like Russell Wilson, Atticus Black, well, Cage, you get them in, if they can throw on the run, so you got to force them to play kind of a pocket QB style, or they're going to just find a way to find somebody open, because they're going to have time to find somebody open.
Yeah. Oh. Well, I mean, they kind of snapped it a bit too high, so that kind of forced Clinton to hand it off to Gordon, but they still got 5 yards on that. But that's still good for positive yards.
Oh, yeah, 12 rushes for 77 yards. That, let me take a look and do some math here, but that's a really good yards per carry, because the ideal one for most coaches is 4.
And a completion. And he gets it to the 10. I couldn't see who caught that, though.
85, I think that's Glover.
Okay, I can't even pronounce that young man's name. I'm sorry. Anyway, 2-minute warning.
Oh, that's holy crap. We'll call it that. 6.4166666667 yards per carry average for Gordon.
Well, you'll have to adjust it as the game goes on.
Oh, yeah, but that's still a really good yards per carry. And if you look at it, he's at 77 in the first half.
And, gets a screen pass off. I don't know how he was able to do it, but he did. Did Clinton Cage the character. And his receiver, of course, Gordon, got it to the 4.
So, obviously, the strategy for Denver's coach was get the ball in the hands of Gordon and get him in often, because he's already got 18 touches and over 100 yards.
Yeah, and he could have a lot more in terms of receiving yards, so that'll definitely add to all-purpose yards. And a touchdown, Denver, to Sutton.
And Sutton positioned himself perfectly on that. And even if a guy would have been there, he used his body to box him out so only he could catch that ball.
Yet nobody was close to him.
Yeah, the nearest person was behind him, if you look. Oh no, it was in front of him. 7 wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, apparently so, because again, nobody was covering him.
Yeah, I thought 7 was behind him. No, he was in front of him. He could have made a play if he would have turned his head. That's why you always turn your head and watch the ball.
All right, well, extra point is good, so now it's a 6-point game, this time with Denver in the lead, 13-7.
But, yeah, I mean, that was a great drive, but that was just a big mistake by 7 on the defense. So if I was a DB coach of the Panthers, I would be pulling him aside and saying, dude, you need to watch the ball, not worry about where the receiver is. Look at the ball. Stay with the receiver.
Well, now Denver is in the lead, but now we'll have to find out if Carolina can make adjustments. And he dropped it, but they got the ball. But wow, he botched it, but they were able to get the ball and kneel to take it at the 25. But I've never seen that before. Anyone drop the ball like that.
Botching the kickoff or a punt?
The kickoff in this case.
Oh yeah, I happens from time to time, but that's why you always want to have two hands on the football. You never want to be like, oh, I don't need two hands on the ball. It's basic things in football.
And Atticus throws it away.
And see, that's what he should do if he's pressured like that. Is get out of the pocket, throw the ball away, because you're not taking a loss of yardage, you're just getting a loss of down.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
But very unbalanced.
Oh, that's green pass, but this time, oh wait, we got a flag though. Now let's find out who this is against though. Holding, I think that's holding on the Panthers. That's gonna bring them back.
Hey, Shadow Knight.
How's it going, Shadow Knight? Let me see. Shadow Knight, do I have you in the show? Shadow Knight?
That was a costly error.
Yeah, I have you on the show, Shadow Knight. But unfortunately, your team got eliminated early. But other than that, it's great to see you, man. Oh, we have another flag. And, whoa, Atticus, he might have gotten the first down, or did he? Let's see what the flag is about. And it looks like another penalty, another hold. This time, that's half the distance to the goal, so that's going to put him at the 8-yard line. What kind of penalty? Wow. Come on, guys.
You got to play disciplined football out there. You can't just grab people anytime you're behind, man. Come on, guys. Wake up.
Oh, you were on the Jets at the time. Whoa, and that almost got picked off, but incomplete.
I'm trying to separate me from the character playing on the field so I can be unbiased.
Right.
And give analysis. But yeah, that was a bad throw by Atticus, but what else was he going to do in that situation? 3rd and 28, you got to try something. Or no, right. 2nd and 28. But you still got to try something. You're backed up against the goal.
And they're going to run it.
This is to try to run out the clock. And then punt to give Denver the ball with as little time as possible.
Well, unfortunately, a timeout was used, and it was used by Denver.
Smart move by the coach. Save time, and you at least could drive down the field if you can get decent enough position. If you're willing to try it and kick a field goal, and if you're not willing to try it, just, take the, just run it and let the clock run out.
All right, so they'll start at the 37, excuse me. But nonetheless, though, we will see Shadow Knight again next season.
He's got the lead here in the 2nd quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, is that interception, even though
yeah, I think he just needs to calm down, take what the defense gives him. Long, sustained drives to keep Atticus off the field and keep his defense rested.
Another completion and to Noah Fant. I'll tell you one thing, when Noah Fant does get his hands on the ball, and he hasn't, he's very tough to take down.
Yeah, he's a big guy with decent speed, and he can make you miss just by plowing through you. He's not one of those guys that needs fancy footwork to get it going. He just plows right through you.
Oh, absolutely. And also, for those who don't know, Shadow Knight, very awesome streamer. If you like NBA 2K, he's your guy, man. If you like basketball, check him out, man. I just wanted to plug him.
It's all good. I'm thinking about starting a hockey league once I can get back to buying new games.
Well, all in good time. Anyway, nice run there. And right now, Matt Rule just trying to, rally his team, try to, motivate those guys.
Yeah, he's got to do something and get his team going because as the head coach, it falls on
It,
him.
yeah, I mean, his team started 7-0, but ever since then, Denver has scored 13 points unanswered. And incomplete, but that could have been intercepted though.
Yeah, you don't want to take risky throws like that this late in the half. Just center the ball one more time, get it down to about 3 seconds, take a timeout, and then kick the field goal, guys. Pay attention. Don't be dumb. Don't be an idiot. Just take the safe points. You still got a whole half to play.
Another bad throw. That's 2 bad throws in a row.
I'm seriously questioning the coaching calls here.
Either that,
I really am.
Yeah, either that or just like, where are you throwing it? Where's your character throwing it at?
He shouldn't have been throwing it at all. That's a coaching decision. That's a bad play call.
And he's still going to throw it, but this time he connects on it. And does he get enough yardage for a first down? Let's see. Well, a timeout was used up,
yes,
but let's see.
I think they pushed it. I think they pushed it forward.
Yeah, they did. They got it with 11 seconds left. But that was the last timeout they had.
Yeah, I would just go from here. Don't do anything stupid. Don't try to throw the ball.
They're going to go for a field goal.
Good. Take the points.
And it is good, so now it's 16-7.
Smart decision. That makes it a more than 2-score game. Take whatever points you can get in this game of this big. You do not just turn down. Do not be stupid. And guys in the truck, get out of Atticus Black's stash, please. Stop in his weed.
I don't even know if he has weed, to be honest with you.
I'm assuming so because, well, pretty much I'm assuming 90% of the population does.
Well,
at this point, the way it is.
Yeah, exactly. Even Crushing Kelly noticed it.
Well, you're in the 10%.
All right, let me turn on my fan.
Yeah, that's what I got going here because it's like almost 100 here.
I'm surprised you hadn't stuffed yourself in the freezer. I probably would.
I can't. I'm just in a pair of shorts.
Anyway, nice run there by Cuevas and a timeout used. They still have 3 seconds left.
Yeah, Denver or Panthers, I question kind of why they're using their timeouts because in reality, they're going to have to throw the ball deep to score points here because I don't think they're within field goal range.
No. I guess the only other reason they would do it is to get a bit closer before going for that last throw. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah. I don't know. I can't say for sure.
I would have gone throws and try to get a field goal.
Oh, he's going to go long!
Yeah, he's kind of got to have to.
It's incomplete, and that's the end of the half. So at the end of the half, it is 16-7, Denver.
So Denver played well. They're executing their strategy of keeping Carolina off. And I think the difference with Ron Rivera versus Rule is kind of showing because Rivera was a disciplinarian. If you did too many penalties, he'd yank you from the game. He didn't care if you were a starter or not. And I don't think that's going the same thing happening here.
Right.
All right, Coach. Thank you, and we welcome everyone back.
Anyway, there you see. We got a rare shot of Clinton without his helmet on. Of course, his character in this game has shorter hair.
Well, I actually don't have hair anymore.
Well, I was just comparing it to your wrestling character.
Well, yeah, back when the wrestling character's kind of look was based on what my last gimmick was going to be like when I was before I was forced to retire. but it was going to be platinum and purple instead of purple and gold, but finding platinum on the game was too hard. But I'm actually got us working on another look. It's going to be fun.
All right,
based on the Infinity Stones.
Well, now we have the Broncos starting off the second half, and now that and if they score again, this is definitely going to put Carolina in a very difficult spot. But it's a lot like what happened in the IRL Super Bowl 50, where the defense was just controlling the game.
And, are you talking about real life, Jamar, or in here?
Yeah, good question though. Good question there, Jamar. Anyway, 60-yard gain on that, so it's a 2nd and 4.
I think it was to the dude with the weird name. Nope, Fant again.
Yeah, Fant is... One thing I do like about tight ends is that they don't just catch, they also block too.
Oh yeah. I just wish that in Madden 23, I'm begging you, EA, let us do two-way players. Because guys like me would love to be on the field.
Yeah, or better yet, why not just go back into the past? Like, back to when two-way players was a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not, like... even if you have to play as like Sammy Ball or Sid Luckman or someone like that, and a bad throw by Clinton Cage.
Well, I mean, heck, in real life, I play quarterback, tight end, running back, offensive tackle, nose tackle, defensive end, linebacker, and then bullet. Yeah, we ran the, what we did was actually a 3-1-3. We had 3 defensive backs, and one was called a bullet, which was a mix of a safety, linebacker, and a corner.
So wait. So you're saying that you had 3 defensive linemen, a linebacker, and 3 defensive backs?
Yep. And the third one was called bullet. This was 8-on-8.
8-on-8?
Also, sorry, we had it with safety too.
Oh. See, thank you for at least clarifying. I'm like, what?
I am tired, and I'm just trying not to keep drinking all my energy drinks, but I'm probably going to drink another one. But yes, we had 3-1-1, where we had the bullet position, which was the smartest guy.
Well, Cage got the ball off, but unfortunately, they do not get a first down.
That was a boneheaded play on a call on 3rd down. I've noticed something about this game, because I saw it in the Aftershocks game that I saw in the other league that I was watching, because, again, the Aftershocks are my team, even though I got them from a previous owner. But I would have called them the Red Dragons. But too many screens. Screenplays are meant to be in small increments to surprise the defense, not every single game at least 4 or 5 times a game. That's not going to surprise the defense. They're going to get used to it.
All right, so Guapas catches it, and he gets it, and he was taken down at the 20. So that's the first time that Carolina has gotten a stop and forced Denver to punt. That's the first time.
Yeah, that's not a bad punt. Not a bad punt, though. It puts them in at the 20, makes it difficult to get down the field.
Yeah, like you said before, like the punter is an extension of the defense. You can explain why.
The punter helps you play the field position game. If you got a good punter, you can pin your opponents back farther and farther down the field. Just like the kicker is an extension of the offense.
Oh, he is, definitely.
Like a guy like Justin Tucker, you could get to like the 40-yard line and he'll be able to make it because it's just how strong his leg is.
Oh yes, and how accurate he can be too.
So you definitely, as a coach, punter is important, but it's often overlooked, in my opinion.
I mean, the only team that drafted a punter in the first round, as far as I understand it, were the Raiders back in the 70s when they drafted Ray Guy.
Well, that's because Ray Guy doubled in so many different positions. He played a little bit of defense, not often, but he could. And he also played quarterback. He was a diverse player, and that's what I would have been. I like that kind of player. I can't stand not being able to only being able to do one thing.
7 yards to pick up there.
I mean, the most I've had. Oh, sorry. As you were saying, sorry.
Well, I was going to say that was a nice pass by Atticus.
Yeah.
Taking advantage of the zone coverage there. Zone's not a good thing to run at this level.
All right, so 2nd and 3. And they
I
hand it
miss
off
two
to
young
Brandon,
players.
and Brandon gets a first down and then some, and forced out of bounds to stop the clock. And he gets it to midfield. Exactly.
He's got a pretty good yards per carry too. 5 yards. That's very, very good for a running back. You want that. That means you're controlling the line and making the defensive line and pushing them out of the way.
Mm-hmm. And then, so yeah, I mean, really the most in terms of playing more than one position, like I have some, like, as you saw, Brandon isn't just a running back. He also does kickoff returns.
Yeah, that would be something I would do. I mean, heck, I would try. He would do it if I was quarterback if the game would let you.
Yeah, I still have to learn more and more about like I didn't know what a dime back was until I looked up. Oh, that's just 5 defensive backs.
It's similar to what's called the bullet, but the bullet is just a specific name that certain coaches use. Like Peterson used it. Ryan Day of Ohio State uses that name. My old high school coach uses that name, but it's a very good player to have because if it's a guy who could diagnose plays quickly, he can get everybody situated. He can also, if they run, he can help control the outside.
Oh, of
he
course.
can blitz. He can cover in zone and man.
And another first down. Sorry about that. And he gets in at the 25.
And they're running a lot of zones, and I disagree with it. You should not do that. That's allowing them to get open.
I mean, it worked in the 90s, but come on. You know?
Like if
the
you're
Tampa
not going to
2,
blitz,
for those who don't
yeah,
know.
if you're not going to blitz, don't run a zone.
Yeah. Yeah, and if you're going to run a zone, you better do more than just that. You got to mix and match. Keep your opponents honest.
Yep.
That's all I will say about that. All right, so 1st and 10 at the 25. They hand it off to Brandon, and Brandon gets 4 yards on that one. But well defended, though, by Denver. It's just that he was able to power his way through. I mean, but that's just how big he is, though.
Speaking of big, MDFL preview. Matt Outlaw, 6'3", 63 at running back.
You call that a running back? That's a fullback, dude.
That's what he wanted.
I mean, I guess if he wants to be a classic fullback, more power to him.
Yeah,
anyway,
I'm
they hand it off.
surprised.
Oh, but that time it was botched. I mean, they gave it to Hubbard, but Denver was able to jump all over it, and that'll put him back a couple of yards there.
Winning the battle at the line of scrimmage is key. That is Draymond Jones from the Ohio State University. Surprisingly, they moved him to end. He was a defensive tackle in college.
Really?
Yeah. He was there at the same time as Chase Young, Nick Bosa.
Wait, Chase Young and Nick Bosa?
Yep. He was the
God.
defensive tackle. That was their defensive line from, H place.
Anyway, now 3rd and 8, so they got to get this. They hand it off to Brandon, and Brandon does get a couple of yards, but not enough for a first down. 4th and 3.
Trying to catch him off guard with a draw. It's a good premise, but sometimes it's not easy to execute.
No. And if anything, you have to hope, like if you're the the one that called the play, I mean, you have to hope that either Cuevas can evade him or just go into beast mode, but And while he tried, but it just was not enough. That's what I was trying to get at.
Oh yeah.
And then Atticus says, Crimson, I'll move to running back if you want to play on the same team. Okay, so no match needed. But we'll see what happens, though.
Ah, come on. That would be fun.
All right, so Carolina does get the field goal, so that cuts it to a 6-point game. So obviously we know that Carolina's going to have to get another stop.
Oh,
They
yeah.
have to.
I would have said put a QB contract in a ladder match.
Well, of course. Okay, so I'm just going to go out of character, if I may. Could I?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So after the Super Bowl, what I do is, once I've determined the 10 teams, or 8, or 4, I just base it off of a rotation. And the rotation is based off of the standings of last season. Starting with the teams that didn't make the playoffs and inverse record. And then the next 8, and then plus 2 that made it into the playoffs that had the worst record.
Nice.
That would be, and the 2 teams that made it with the worst records were the Eagles and the Steelers. For those who don't know, and then the next 8 would be the teams that lost in the remaining wild card teams that lost in the wild card. And the 4 teams that lost in the divisional round. That would include teams like the Bills and the Panthers, to name a few. And then the final 4, which are the conference semifinalists and the Super Bowl participants, with the Super Bowl winner as the top seed. Fumble! And a fumble recovered by Carolina!
Big mistake.
But anyway, go watch the replay if you want to see it. Wait. Crimson and I have fought enough times for silly reasons. Oh yeah, of course. But then again, you're brothers. I mean, me and my sister fought for a lot of
I question that. Throw the replay that. I think his knee was down first.
Uh-oh.
I would be reviewing that.
Oh,
and
booth
I think
review.
they're going
Booth review.
to.
Yep, booth review. Let's take a look.
Yeah, because from that angle, it looked like his knee was already down before the ball popped out,
Right, so
which means no fumble.
Ooh. Okay, let's see. Does his knee touch? I could not get a good angle on that one. Let's get a better angle, please.
Knee down, then ball.
So you really believe that?
Yeah. Just from that angle, it looked like his knee was on the ground before the ball came out, which means no fumble. So, if in 2nd and 4, so yeah, they ruled it a non-fumble.
Okay, so no fumble that time, but that would have been huge had they actually got that.
Oh yeah, that would have been big, but that's the trick with the rules is the knee. If the knee is down before the ball comes out, it's not a fumble.
All right, so Gordon gets himself a first down. 15 rushes for 93 yards, I think that was. I didn't see if it was.
Yeah, he is doing great. He's going nuts today. He would be the MVP if least for me. Yeah. But also, another interesting rule, the elbow counts as the same as a knee. So if your elbow is down too, then it's not a fumble.
Okay. Well, I'm just thankful they took out the damn tuck rule.
I am too. I just wish they would force Tom Brady to retire. And then strip him of all his championships.
Oh, I don't know if you saw, but that almost got intercepted, but Fant was able to keep concentration and catch, or actually, no, that was not Fant, that was Patrick who got it. Sorry.
Nice play by Patrick. That was almost in the guy's hands, and he ripped it right out. Not as bad as me, Jamar. I'm an Ohio State Buckeye. He went to meat chicken. So, yeah, I always cut him and drop him to like a 50 in any of my games, but nobody drafted Aaron Rodgers. That was funny.
And a completion, or I'm sorry, no, that was not completed. That was incomplete. He dropped it.
All right. Yeah, you gotta have both hands on the ball, guys. And because otherwise it's good. It's prime for punching the ball out. Because that's a little trick they teach you when you're tackling. If you can get your hands or arms around the legs completely, if you can sneak up and punch that ball out
And
before the
Cage
knees
threw
are
that one
down,
away.
boom, then you got a good chance of causing fumbles.
All right, so 3rd and 10 at the 40.
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second.
I would just run it, try to get in field goal range and extend the lead. Don't throw errant
No, he's going to throw it. Oh, but Clinton gets caught, and he gets sacked at the 48.
That was a big mistake.
Well,
They should have ran.
Yeah, and that was Carolina's first sack of the game. It took until this point in the game for them to get their first sack, and it could not have come at a bad time for the Broncos.
Yep, and they're going to have to hope the defense can contain Carolina. That, again, a question of play call.
Great play first and foremost by Brian Burns. I mean, he did what he had to do. I mean, that's his job. But yeah, that was not a good play call, though. I'm sorry. You're right.
I don't even remember. Oh, wait. I remember who the coach of... trying to remember who the coach of this team of Denver is. I can't remember.
I don't remember either, but anyway, Carolina will have to start at the 20 in this case.
That wasn't a good punt by Martin. He could have angled that a little bit deeper.
Yeah, he could have. And I mean, anytime you have to start at, like, say maybe 15, 10, and anytime inside the 5, oh, that's a great punt. And then Jamar says he played football in middle school.
Yeah, I've played in Little League, juniors, because Ohio had a Little League.
Ooh, and a tackle for loss for, I believe that was, I didn't see who tackled him, but they lost 2 yards on that.
93, I think that was Jones again. Oh, no, it was 56. Whoever that is.
56. Can't see from this angle who that was.
I just saw the number.
Okay. Now 2nd and 12. They hand it off again, but this time they get positive yards. Though not that much, though. They only get 3. Well, it's pretty obvious now that Denver is more aware and pretty much picked up on the run.
Yep, and I think that Carolina's trying to set up a play-action pass for this down because they got 3rd and 9 here, so I would be going play-action here.
Although Atticus is going to run, no one picked him up, and he gets a first down. 11 yards on a rush. What a play by Atticus. Atticus Black, sorry.
Now it's time to they should have put a spy. Like, they should have had a run a deep, probably man coverage with a spy on Black, and they didn't do it, and that was a mistake. Big one.
Yeah, big one, because you not only did you not pick him up, he gets a first down, and the drive continues.
Yep.
I mean, and of course Carolina would do well to keep the drive alive and to give their guys on defense a rest, although that's not going to happen if they keep losing yards like that.
Yeah, they can't keep losing yards. They gotta play smarter. It's basically a disciplined defense. Otherwise, it's gonna come back to bite them.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, of course, as far as the Broncos are concerned, they did exactly what they should do. I always have to, keep into perspective that, one man's mistake is another man's great play. And they do get the completion, and they get it at the end. As at the end of 3 quarters, it is 16-10 Denver.
Yeah, but Denver's going to have to play smart in the 4th quarter and just not make risky mistakes, not try to chuck the ball down the field every 5 seconds. Just play smart, play disciplined, and run the ball.
And you're saying this for Denver, right?
Yeah, and
Atticus gets away. He might get the first down and then some. He gets a whole lot more, and he gets all the way to the 40 past midfield. Wow.
Put a spy on him, Denver. You are letting him do that to you and not putting a spy on him. And it's taken it. I don't understand the coaching call sometimes. Like, why wouldn't you? You know he's a running quarterback. Why wouldn't you put somebody on him?
Oh, he can do it all. I can tell you that right now. He's not your traditional stay in the pocket type of guy, as you can see. But now
no,
Atticus. Oh, he's going to go long. And touchdown, Carolina! Touchdown, Carolina. Nobody picked up on who was that who caught it. I did not see it. 82 I saw, but I just didn't. Oh, that was Treble. Wait. Treble?
They were running zones again.
I could not see him.
Yep, they're running zone, and you cannot run zone. I don't understand. Again, if Denver loses, I'm putting it on the coaches. Because they're running. It's a great play by Carolina, don't get me wrong, but...
Anyway, field goal's good, or extra point is good, excuse me. Now it's 17-6 in favor of Carolina now.
But that's just not putting your players in position to succeed if you're Denver. Why are you guys running zone defenses when he can throw the ball deep? Like, everybody was out of position on that one.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Brandon. Tommy Tremble, number 82, the backup tight end.
So, I do not understand the coaching staff's decision-making in this game by Denver.
I think as baffling as that is, it's nothing compared to. Do you remember the one time it was San Francisco running a bad play? Like they were at goal line, and they decide instead of going for the field goal. Instead of going for the field goal, they try to go for a fake field goal. And they not only do they not get the field goal, they don't even get 6 on that one. And it was against the Falcons, and the Falcons played it right. I don't know if you remember that call.
Yeah, that was a bad one, but at the same time, like it isn't just one call. It's been this entire game questionable decision making. Like the call, right before the half, if they would have just ran the ball, waited till about 3 seconds, and called a timeout, it would have been easy 3 points. But instead, they tried to throw it.
Anyway, Judy gets his first reception. That's his first one, and he'd been quiet up until then. Second in inches now. Anyway, no coaching decision can ever be as stupid as Seattle not running the ball.
That takes the cake.
Yeah, unfortunately, that is it's the most overplayed play in Super Bowl history ever since it came out. I'm sorry.
But it is the ultimate gaffe. Like, Pete Carroll should have known better.
I will never forget.
Dumb.
I will never forget Al Michaels. It is intercepted at the goal line. I will never forget that call.
But nobody benefited more than Malcolm Butler.
Yeah, he became a household name. If not, at the least he went down in history for the right reasons.
It's sad, but he got a massive contract for that.
And as he should. I mean, it's like, how often do you make a play like that?
And that paid his entire career because he's been quiet since that play.
And Clinton's going to run like the Bronco that he is, and he gets a first down and then some, and he gets all the way to the 30. So Carolina making the same mistake and not keeping a spy on him.
Exactly. What are you guys doing? Like, both coaching staffs have made questionable decisions and really good ones.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, this is a classic case of two teams that are talented, but the coaches leave a lot to be desired. I'm sorry.
I think the coaches are bipolar.
Anyway, and also, hey, what's up, Jen? Jen is in the chat there. Me, Atticus want to be on the same team. I don't know. We'll see what happens, though.
Yeah, because I like the idea of a draft because it changes up the combinations.
Oh, absolutely. Hey, Jacob Baker. And of course, Jacob Baker is one of your linebackers on Denver. So right now,
hey Jacob.
Of course, as far as Jacob is concerned, nothing that has happened with the Broncos is his fault, really.
No, it's not. It's like I said,
the coaching.
It's all been coaching. Both teams have played well. It's just the coaching staffs have made just, oh my lord, decisions. Anyway, I apologize for that. I didn't know what else to say because it's just yikes.
Anyway, and Patty Chase gets her first tackle. Who'd have thought at this point in the game that it'd be her first tackle?
Well, I didn't figure it'd be this close either, but it's been a crazy game.
Well, I mean, and from a neutral standpoint, you could not have asked for a better game, although what kind of a play was that? A fake reverse, and then, well, actually that was just a great play in terms of the defense, but...
It was. They were trying to trick them because they noticed the defense had the middle clogged up. So, trying to get the ball to the outside, but it's risky to do because...
Great play there by Thompson. Sorry.
Yeah, you have more defenders there than linemen, so somebody's going to get through.
All right, well, now second and goal. They got moved back 3 yards because they were on the 4. Previous down. They hand it off with a jet sweep. The jet sweep, excuse me, I can't talk. And they get it to Judy, who gets it to the 3. I had one earlier in the game in the second quarter.
Here would be a perfect time to line up in a 5-person shotgun and take Cage right up the middle. That would be a perfect play call from the 3 because they would more than likely get a touchdown because it's either that or you change it at the last second. And
of course, Atticus on the other hand is like saying, "Keep them contained."
Well, yeah, it's easier to come back from a field goal than a touchdown.
And touchdown! Broncos. Melvin Gordon.
Great blocking there.
Great blocking though, but for Gordon, he powers his way through like the Bronco that he is.
And today, Gordon's having a youth resurgence.
Yeah, just great blocking on the part of the offensive lineman. And by the time
it looked like a zone blocking scheme there because each guy is like, instead of like just pushing in random directions, they're blocking.
Oh no! Oh, whoa, wait! They're going to go for a 2-pointer here.
Oh, they're trying to get it to be 24, so it's 7-7.
Well, anyway, the 2-point conversion is good, so now it is 24-17.
Smart decision there, finally. A smart decision by the coaching staff.
I mean, sure, it could have
now
gone
a touchdown
awry,
doesn't mean ties.
Yeah, because now obviously if they missed that, it would have been... Oh, come on, graphics department. The Bills are not in this game, damn it!
Mord, are you in the booth? Mordred?
Well, now Carolina has 6 minutes in order to go down the field and tie this game up.
Will somebody please see if Tiny and Mordred Nightwalker are inside the production trucks, please? I think they're hijacking the show.
Anyway, 24 yards, and, well, they get to the 24, does Brandon San.
Watch Mort show up. I am not in the production truck.
Definitely drops a lot of F-bombs. I'm serious. It's like, dude, Like, what is it with you and fucking today? I'm sorry, but it's like, why would you just keep saying that? And I'm sorry
Maybe
if I
it's
had to
his
say the F
favorite.
word, but
Well,
then again, this is anyway.
look at how many kids he has. It's probably his favorite activity too.
Well, that really should go without saying. Anyway, wait, and then
He's
Shadow
trying to be
Knight's
popular
like,
with the-
well, what if I'm in the truck? Oh wait, I think he just implicated himself.
Are you
No.
a Bills fan?
Well, I guess he may be. I guess. Well, at least that would explain it.
Atticus, they're sentence enhancers.
Maybe, he says. Anyway, Atticus, that was not a good throw. Incomplete.
He was thrown to Oompa Loompas.
Well, I mean, sure, they might have been able to catch one, like, below the knees, but there was no one there. All right, so Atticus gets a completion and a whole lot more as they get past midfield. I mean, okay. Now, if I'm all right, so from a neutral standpoint, isn't this a great game from a neutral
It
standpoint?
is a great game, and it's just I don't understand the zone defense here.
Yeah.
I
Hey,
don't.
what's up, Jet? Strike.
Hey, Jet.
And who knows?
Like,
And oh, sorry.
It's putting pressure on the offense to keep scoring because they're not playing correct defense against this team. It's obvious the zone's not working. Switch it up.
All right. And before I get to Jet Strike, Black gets the open man. Wait, isn't that a man? No, wait, that's Crushing Kelly. So great catch there by Kelly to get 5 yards on that.
Yeah, I have a feeling this may go to overtime because I don't think Denver's going to stop them on this drive. And the way the clock is ticking, it just seems like Carolina isn't really...
And a screenplay, but this time it worked correctly as the defense was not expecting that. And that was to Cuevas.
Yeah, and that's the way you should utilize a screen, is a surprise. Not doing it twice or 3 times in the same half. Because then they're going to be like, oh, well, we know they're going to throw a screen.
And, well, they hand it off to Cuevas, and he doesn't get a lot, but he gets 4 yards on that.
But yeah, Carolina's controlling the line of scrimmage, and it's allowing their offense to make plays. It's a great job.
And of course, we're going to see Jet Strike next season. Of course, when he arrived as the season began, and a run for Abdullah. That's the first time we've seen him touch the ball.
Amir Abdullah, a really good change of pace back.
Yeah, because wait, Abdullah the Butcher? No.
No, Amir Abdullah is his name. He's from the University of Nebraska. He was a candidate in college. Average NFL career, but he's been good enough to keep a job.
Well, unfortunately, for Atticus Black, he ended up running into Chubb, and Chubb got him at the 15.
Yeah, Bradley Chubb is a really good. Well, there was a time where Denver had DeMarcus Ware, Bradley Chubb, Barrett, Miller. It was like a freaking choo-choo train of pass rushers.
I mean, of course,
part
this
of the
team does
no-fly
have
zone.
Jacob Baker and Carroll Parks as part of the linebacking core, and a defensive tackle in Insane One. Anyway, a completion for 3 yards to, I believe that was Crushing Kelly. But then when she caught it, she ended up going out of bounds. So it's now 2 minutes and 40 seconds at the 12. And 30 goal. Sorry.
Hey, hello.
Speaking of Carroll, there she is. And a completion, and touchdown! Wow! Was able to stay on his feet long enough before going into the end zone, and that was Anderson. What a play by Anderson.
But to speak about Reaper's point, it's part of it is because for years they ran that triple option, and it's not gonna work because in the NFL.
All right, well, they still got to make this extra point, so hold that thought. They do. As you were saying, I'm sorry.
But yeah, it's just simply because of the style of offense. Certain offenses don't work in the NFL. Like, the multiple works, but the spread and the option alone don't.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I run the multiple, and pretty much using the playbook, even with just AI versus AI, it's pretty dang good if you got the right players. It's just scheme matters in the NFL, and some people just don't match up well.
Right. Like, there were some run-and-shoot quarterbacks, like, especially those who came from the University of Houston, if I'm not mistaken, especially in
Florida
the 90s.
Florida, too, was really bad.
See, I don't think of Florida. I usually think of, Houston, but that's just because, again, that it's ingrained in my mind. But still, I can see it. I can totally see it.
Oh, yeah, Florida was a big run-and-shoot school when Steve Spurrier was the coach.
Oh, that's probably why, because I'm like, oh, right, Steve Spurrier.
Yeah, he went to South Carolina for a while, and then I think Houston for a while, so that's probably where you got that from.
18 rushes and 105 yards. I'm sorry, I had to emphasize that for Melvin Gordon.
Well, keep running the ball. Let this run down to the 2-minute warning. Don't do a play. Run the ball and force them to use their timeouts. And this, again, I question the call here.
Oh, no, wait, we got a flag here. What's going on here? Well, he gets the first down, but let's see what that flag is.
I think it's a hold. It's probably a hold.
And indeed it is a hold on, who's this? Bobby Massey. You cannot be serious. You cannot, it goes without saying, you cannot commit penalties like this, especially when it's tied and it's this late in the game.
No, you can't. And yeah, well, the rules is partially it changes. It's partially because of TV networks. They wanted higher ratings, and we're in the Madden generation where we're used to high-scoring games. We're not used to the drag-out, low-scoring contests that it used to be.
Right. Also, hello to Ashley the Queen. And Ashley, you had a great showing on Blue Toad Wrestling yesterday. I wanted to mention that, but other than that, though, it's great to see you. Definitely enjoyed the rest of the game. Anyway, they hand it off to Gordon, and if you're Carolina, you definitely have to stop him. If not, slow him down considerably, because the worst thing you could do if you're the worst thing you can do if you're Carolina is allow him for a big play. But yeah, sorry.
I'm just slapping my head because this coach is an idiot. A stupid idiot. Why in the world would you do these calls? Like, this is ridiculous.
And worse yet, it gives Carolina a chance to win the game.
Yeah, and they probably will, just simply because the defense isn't holding them. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say that it's Carolina win by a field goal. I just don't foresee the defense stopping them because of the coaching staff.
All right,
if I'm Denver, if I'm Walmart, I fire the entire coaching staff.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
It's also because of the new concussion protocols and roughing the passer rules. Yeah, I can totally see that. They handed off to, I believe that was Cuevas. And Cuevas, like, yeah, he had 74 yards on 18 carries, but that's nothing to sniff at.
I think their head coach would be, Brandon Staley would be an improvement.
I've never heard of him, so he probably would be.
Heck, I think freaking...
And a completion and a first down by Atticus Black. I'm sorry.
Hey, Wally, I think, and to be honest with you, I think that freaking Keith Richards would be a better head coach.
Wait, Keith Richards from the Rolling Stones?
Yeah.
Despite the fact that he had been stoned out of his mind for the longest time?
Well, it seems like the head coach of the Broncos is stoned out of his mind.
And Atticus, he's being chased, but he went the wrong way. Why would you go back? Why would you go back the opposite way? Come on, Atticus. I know you're better than that. But, I mean, obviously if you're Denver, you'll take it, but...
Oh, yeah, I mean, but... Yes, Walmart now owns Denver.
And, well, they do get a completion, though, does Carolina, and that's for a 3rd and 6. A big recovery, all things considered.
Yeah, but they're gonna try to throw it into an area where they can get to the 35. But I was gonna say, I'm like, why aren't they using their timeouts?
Well, yeah, they just did. I think RVD would be a better head coach for Denver. Oh yeah, because of how high he would be. Yeah.
Well, to be honest with you, Ninja, Keith Richards would probably outsmoke RVD any day of the week.
Although, and another sack! Another sack by Denver.
And Chubb is the one that's literally causing this game to go. Now they got to punt. If they should punt here, because if they don't get to play, that puts them in a potential field goal range with 2 timeouts. You got to punt here if you're Carolina.
Yeah, unfortunately you do. And they get, nice decent return. They got him at the 29. Well, a decent return in terms of Denver, but now Denver has a chance to take it now. But the question is, will they? That's a big thing.
Well, basically they're going to have to put the hands of Cage and get the ball downfield quickly.
Wait, if you ever do 2K22 again, can you delete my call and download it again? You have a new one? So much for Denver not stopping them.
Oh.
And Melvin Gordon, wow, first down. And
Use your timeout. There you go.
Yeah, that's what it. All right, so 14 seconds left. Man, this could go down into overtime. This would be something, because we have not had an overtime in the Super Bowl since the inaugural Super Bowl in the Madden series. And Clinton. For a moment I thought he was going to get sacked, and I also thought he was going to make the catch. But that would have been huge had he caught it.
It took too much time off the clock. But the target for Brad McManus is the 41-yard line, so you definitely need to get the ball forward.
Oh, man. This could come down to the wire here. Clinton, he's going to go long. And, nope, incomplete. And there's still 2 seconds left.
Oh, my Lord. This is the dumbest decision-making ever. You could win with a field goal. Why would you throw the ball deep?
Okay, 3rd and 10.
I swear this... I don't know who's making the calls or the decisions, but
Oh, he's going to
they
go long
really
again.
need to be fired.
And, oh, that ball was ricocheting on the top of the guy's shoulder, and he couldn't come up with it. Oh, my God. Oh, if he had come up with that ball, that would have been the best way to end the game, or worst way, depending on who you ask. But, oh, my gosh. How does this happen? What is this game?
I swear this game is... Ugh. They need to work on the AI really bad. They really do.
So who's going to start off with? It looks like Denver's going to start with it.
They really, really need to work on the AI in this game, especially the coaching AI, because it's ridiculous. Wait a minute.
Yeah, Denver gets it kicked to him.
No, that's not why I said wait a minute. I saw McCaffrey. I'm like, wait a minute.
Well, he's only good enough to be part of the coin tosses and stuff like that. I don't think he was suited to play.
I mean, if he was, I would laugh. Because then it's like, well, you just could have at least put him as your slot receiver, you know, have both him and Brandon on the field at the same time.
In the meantime, if Denver goes down the field and they win and they score a touchdown, then obviously it's over, and Denver wins in spite of itself, or the coach.
Yeah. Because
they hand it off. But I did hear that they were going to do something different for the playoffs, where it's going to be more like the college game, where each team does get a possession. What do you think of that rule change?
I like it because it gives each team a chance to win the game or at least tie it. I mean...
Yeah, so it's a lot like the college game, yeah.
Well, college football to me is better than the NFL anyways.
Well,
I just wish it would be better at getting a national champion, but the reality is there is really no national champion because there's hundreds and hundreds of schools and you can't get them all.
And Moody gets his first run. That's the first time we've seen Moody in this game.
And he got the first down.
Well, it's a big first down, I will say that. I mean, I know 4 yards ain't much, but when it's a big one, you'll take whatever you can get.
Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do to win the game, and Denver's got to march down the field, and doing so by the running game is what's going to get them that title.
They hand it off again, and they get, I want to say 3 yards on that, and they get it to Williams. That's a guy we haven't seen too much of. Yeah, it's been rough for Denver in the sense that the Panthers are known for its pressure, says Joshua.
It's been rough for both quarterbacks because both have taken lots of sacks.
Yeah. And only one interception, and it was by Clinton Cage very early in the game.
And that was a huge mistake because this game would have been over if he had just played smarter.
And of course now Carolina's starting to dial in on the run, as they still get some positive yards, but not as much as they could have had.
Again, right now would be the perfect time to run a read option, sending Cage outside on a run because they're not expecting it, but for some reason, it just seems like the coach isn't taking advantage of the talent at QB.
Oh, almost got sacked, and, well, threw it away, did Cage. Oh, man, that almost got him. That almost bit him.
Now, I have a gut feeling, this is... This is what I don't want. This is, again, it's the coaching calls. It's stupid.
And well, Brandon, unfortunately for him, had to call the fair catch at the 13. Well, I say unfortunately because he wasn't going to be able to make any sort of room. He would not have had any room had he not caught it or not called for it. So, but other than that, that's actually not a bad place to start if you were the kicker or the punter. Excuse me, my bad. And then, yeah, even Joshua agrees with you that the AI is known to do stupid things. You don't say. But it's not your fault, though. It really is the AI.
I swear, between EA, Bethesda, and...
Oh, no, wait! And a sack! And who caught him? Jacob Baker, the rookie. The rookie
nice
Baker got
sack.
him.
Well, it is overtime right now, Joshua.
It is overtime. Now, Denver already had the ball, and they punted it away. So now Carolina has a chance to just simply win, even on a field goal. But right now they're pinned. If they get a safety, does Denver, they'll win. And they get it out to Cuevas, which not a lot. I mean, that was for 10 yards, but it's now 3rd and 7.
Yeah, but 3rd and 7 is easier than 3rd and 17.
Well, without a doubt.
Take what you can get.
Certainly don't want to get sacked here. And then Brandon's like, why is Reaper running into him? Well, that's more the AI, not him. They hand it off to Cuevas, and Cuevas does not quite get the first down. Missed it by 2 yards. This might just go down as one of the most amazing Super Bowls, in spite of the coaching.
Yeah, the players are too good for it not to be good, but the coaching, I swear, they just need to meet Randall Keith.
Randall Keith? Randall Keith. I'm sorry,
Yep.
I had to do that song.
Oh, I know the Cultaholic song. I trust me, I know that one very well.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now.
Who knows? Like, this has been nuts. We have no idea who's going to win this.
Well, now we're at that stage where now any team that scores, it truly is sudden death now, because now next score wins.
I think only the team with the fur cow will win.
First down and 10. The football going back over to the Denver Broncos.
But I'll tell you what, that had it not been for Jacob Baker, they would have made that first down. Last defensive series that Denver had. Had it not been for Jacob Baker, yeah, they would have made that first down, and who knows what would have happened.
Yeah, exactly. Like, defensively, in spite of the coaching calls, each team has made plays despite dumbass coaching calls.
And a completion to Noah Fant, and he gets past midfield to the 45.
And yeah, that's the thing. It's like both quarterbacks have ability to get out of the pocket and throw the ball out of the pocket, but they're not utilizing it. They're not utilizing their running ability. They're just trying to keep them in the pocket, and these are guys that are like, well, the older version of Michael Vick, where he could use his legs, but he opted to use his arms first and then his legs second.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be the Carolina Broncos or the Denver Panthers.
And a completion, and he gets it to the 33, and he gets it to, I believe that was Noah Fant. I'll tell you one thing, Fant is having himself a quiet game. 9 receptions, 89 yards. That's nothing to sniff at.
No, it's not. It's a good day, especially for a tight end. He's one of the better underrated tight ends in the league.
And then
the AI isn't going to kick the field goal, man. You know this. They're going to go for the touchdown. They always do.
Yeah, they
the
do,
AI
unfortunately.
Is stupid.
Yeah, and if they try, and oh gosh, I don't want to jinx it, really, for either team.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Well, isn't this like the one of the few rematches that have been in the Madden series?
I believe so. I'll have to go back and look, but let's see. In this first Super Bowl that I had back in season 1, it was San Francisco Panthers, or not Panthers, Packers. Sorry. Yes, I'm drunk. No. Anyway, 3rd and 3, and a first down and a whole lot more. And wait, we got a flag. What's this?
Holding, probably.
I think is it a block in the back? A block in the back against Tim Patrick. Oh, that's good. Not only does that wipe it out, that's going to put him back.
That was stupid. But, wait a minute, 1st and 10?
1st and 10?
What?
That's not how it works. You're supposed to go back.
What? Ref?
Well, they lose yardage on that run, though, but no, they're supposed to go back. That doesn't give them a first down.
No. Kick the field goal here. What the heck? Yeah, see, it's a 2nd and 10. It was declined?
Oh, okay.
Oh, why would
you decline that? Wow, I guess Matt Rule is stupid. The stupidest. And Denver's only too happy to take advantage of it, but they can't take advantage because they just run into the defense. What the hell?
And their own linemen.
They lose more yards with the decline.
Yeah, but they got the first down, though. It just basically gave them a free first down.
But still, like, why would you decline it?
Then in that case, it didn't give them more yards. It gave them a positive because they had just ran the ball. Yes, this is AI versus AI, and
Yes.
the AI is so intoxicated, I think it makes Shifty look sober.
I thought you were going to say that that Jeff Hardy was the sober one.
Oh, well, yeah, Chef Hardy compared to this AI is probably the cleanest man that ever lived.
Okay, well now we're at 4th and 7, and they have no reason not to kick the field goal. And if
No,
they
they don't.
And if they
Then-
don't, this will be the stupidest decision that tops even the one that Rule just did.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're going to
if
go
they
for it.
don't
They're going to go for
feed
the
'em-
field goal. And Matt Rule's going to try to ice the kicker.
It's a smart strategy, especially at this high level. This has been a great game in spite of the coaching. Like, let's be honest here. In spite of the coaching from both sides, this
And
has
hello,
been a
272.
great game.
Yes.
Hello.
But, I mean, oh my gosh.
But this one is going to go... So, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to do a favor. After the show, please refresh. Leave a comment on your personal belief of what the stupidest call by the coaches in this game was.
And it is good. Denver has won the Super Bowl, and Clinton has finally gotten the elusive Super Bowl that he had been looking for, and it still ran by the Bills. What the hell is wrong with you?
More like championship, actually.
But but for Clinton, you know, just like there was a time when the Dallas Cowboys, when Tom Landry was the coach, up until he won Super Bowl VI, which was the 1972 team, he was known as the guy that couldn't win the big one. And then he finally won the big one. And that's what I can finally say about Clinton, is that finally Clinton Cage has won the big one.
And guess what? Somebody timeout Blaze McCoy, please.
No. Also, hey, the Broncos cheated.
I did not pay the refs.
No. It's more so the coaches being stupid, really. so I
Yeah,
can't say it. Times himself out. You're welcome.
I think just for that comment, Blaze McCoy drafted by the
And
Cleveland Browns.
player of the game is Bradley Chubb with 3 sacks, which I actually have no issue with because
No,
without
Chubb
Bradley Chubb,
played a game without a mistake.
yeah, without Chubb, there's every chance that that the Panthers probably won this, and there had been nothing you could have done. Also, hello Zevi G. I will acknowledge you, um, but yeah, dude. If you want to get a shout out, just my best regards to you. But yeah, all right, cool. Doubles over giggling at Blaze, but I think I think Matt Rule is well, instead of your coach or the coach that was coaching Clinton Cage going through a table, instead that is going to go to Matt Rule.
I think Matt Rule's going to get Rhino drivered through a table.
And also, but yeah, congratulations also to Carol, because Carol Parks was on well, I don't want to say your team, but on Clinton Cage's team. So so yeah, big props to Carol, as she didn't have too many tackles. In fact, actually, let's take a look at the stats, shall we?
Sure.
So Atticus objectively had the better rating. I mean, he had 125. Cage had 91. And then Cage had more yards and a higher completion percentage, but Atticus had 3 passing touchdowns.
Yep, that touchdown to interception ratio was a lot better for Black.
Yeah, 1-to-1. And then, okay. Well, the only reason, actually, that it was too long was because it went into overtime. And that's the only reason it lasted longer. And plus, it's the Super Bowl.
Hashtag NFL is never too long. Football forever.
Okay, now let's go to rushing. Now, if this was an offensive game, then without question, Melvin Gordon would have been the MVP, because he had 20 rushes for 122 yards. Brandon Cuevas was no slouch either. He had 19 carries for 79 yards.
Yeah, both backs played extremely well today. I was impressed by both of them. But I do question, like, if, let's say, McCaffrey was available, because that whole coin toss thing threw me off, I would have put him in the slot, put Cuevas in the back. That would have gave you 2 extremely hard to defend weapons readily available. So it's kind of interesting, like, they had him in uniform.
I should also mention to Brandon is that, believe it or not, you did win the Super Bowl in your return. It was just that you were on the Titans and you were an offensive guard, actually, and that was only because they already had Derrick Henry. I mean, why would you want to replace him? You couldn't.
No, you can't.
And the only reason the only reason why Cuevas was able to replace McCaffrey was because McCaffrey was injured. That's the only reason why. But other than that, you don't replace them. You just don't. Both those guys, I mean. Anyway, Atticus also had not a bad rushing with only 2 rushes. Both you and both Cage and Black. Yeah, two great rushings.
Yeah, it's the quarterbacks. Like I said, every player played extremely well in spite of the coaching decisions.
Noah Fant had the most receptions with 9 and had 89 yards, but the guy with the most yards receiving was DJ Moore with 6 receptions with an average of 18 yards per reception. And a touchdown too. So DJ Moore did his job. He did what he had to do.
Yep.
And Crushing Kelly, 4 receptions for 16 yards. Brandon had also 4 receptions for 46 yards. And Tommy Tremble, that's the guy who caught the touchdown. that tied the game. Tommy Tremble. That's the guy that caught the game-tying touchdown for the Panthers.
No
Late in the
wonder I
game.
didn't never heard of him. He's from Notre Dame.
Yeah. And then as far as allowing sacks, unfortunately, the L has to go to Cameron Irving because he allowed 4 sacks for Carolina, i.e., he gave up sacks, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, he should not be defending the quarterback's blind side.
Unfortunately, yeah. If there was a reason for the loss for the Panthers other than Matt Rule, that's pretty much your guy right there. And then defensively, let's take a look. A lot of tackles today. Shaq Thompson had 10 tackles total, as did Baron Browning for Denver. Let's take a look and see who had tackles for our own players. So let's see. Okay, so Patty Chase had 12 tackles. Okay, I was wrong. Yeah, then again, Patty is very good at tackling. Even though she is a strong safety, but still, that's fairly good for a strong safety.
Well, I mean, strong safeties, you only really play the difference is they play on the strong side, and they're usually, depending on the defensive scheme, some of them are required to play up and help with the run game, and others are like Ed Reed, where they sit back and
Well,
are
oh,
ball
I can
hawk.
see why. Okay, so I think Patty just answered it. She says tackling is fun. Well,
Oh, it is.
so well that kind of explains why she has 12 tackles in the grand scheme of things. Jacob Baker only had 2, but he had that one big sack in overtime, and I have to say that had it not been for that sack, Carolina probably would have kept that drive alive, and who knows how it would have ended.
True. Yeah, that's big plays are all you. It only takes one big play to get the job done.
I mean that happened too with what's her face, Nicole McQueen when she was with us for a time. Let's see. Oh yeah, and finally Carol Parks. She had 1 tackle. All those plays are big. Yeah, that's true. Oh yeah, back to the kicking game. Let's see. Of course, McManus had 4 field goals, including the one that put the game away for good. So, got to give McManus some credit for that. And then, of course, the punters for Edwards and Martin, they also did a great job for what they did. And Brandon, 97 return yards on 4 kick returns. That's not bad. And finally, 2 punt returns for Cuevas. But anyway, that's all the stats for everybody that's in here. But now, in terms of Clinton Cage, the character, how does he feel?
I'm happy finally after all the times in every series going to the championship game and just choking in the end because of somebody else. Like the baseball. My bullpen let me down.
Well, I'm happy to say that Jacob Baker now has a distinction of being one of the few, if not, I don't know if he is the first, but he is one of the few that has won a championship in their first appearance in the championship game, so and in their first season, so that's something there. But for all of us here, that's the end of our season. But it was a lot of fun. I definitely had a lot of fun with these first 10 seasons, and I look to have the same amount of fun with the next 10 as I did with the last 10. And I want to say thank you to Clinton-san.
Not a problem. It's fun, but it was a nail biter.
Mm-hmm. And we'll see if Clinton will win 2 straight Super Bowls, albeit with different teams, or if someone else makes it to the show. I don't know, because we saw what happened last year with with the Packers and the Dallas Cowboys, and the Cowboys won.
Yeah, you never know.
But I mean, of course, it definitely helped if when you have someone like Crimson Ninja and and uh, Gregory Blakely. I almost forgot his name, but also Mr. Dragonheart, for those who didn't know. But yeah. But with all that said, before I go any further, any final thoughts, uh, Mr. McCleary?
It was a great game. It was fun. It was, in spite of the coaching, it was one of the best games I've seen. And damn, it feels good to have a ring finally.
Wait, I heard some news in the back though. Super Bowl champion, the Cincinnati Bengals. Oh, I should also mention Diamond. Hold on a moment. Did I still? Oh, I should also share with you the 10 teams again for those who are just coming in. These are the 10 teams that will be featured next season. So get a good look at it. But no worries, Diamond Light. The Bengals will be coming. They'll be coming in season 13. 13. As one of the 4 teams, because we are doing the next 10. We just finished the Super Bowl for the 10 worst teams as of the end of the 2001 season. So that's how we determined it. Other than that, though, this is the Blue Toad to Jew22 signing off, saying goodbye, and I will see you next weekend. And also, congratulations, Clinton, and to Carol Parks and Insane One, finally wins his first one himself. And Jacob Baker, the rookie, a true rookie in every sense of the word, wins his first Super Bowl. So congratulations to him, but also congratulations to Patty, Brandon, Atticus, and Kelly, because they did a great job. Unfortunately, it's just that the... Uh-oh. Wait a minute. I heard something. I heard something.
Matt Rule's being buried alive right now.
And you'd be right, although I don't think it would be... Although it's not that far-fetched, actually. I smell smoke. Can you smell that?
Yeah? Oh, boy.
Oh, no! He gets put through a flaming table!
Well, rip.
Well, thankfully the same people that put him through the table fire extinguished him, but I think they just wanted him to feel the burn.
I wouldn't have fire extinguished him at all.
You'd have just fired him, period?
Yep.
Well, that's it for Matt Rule. Well, we won't see him again for a while. But until then, I will see you next weekend. And I'll also keep you guys posted for those of you that are in Discord. But other than that, have a great rest of your day. Take good care of yourselves. Do treat each other well. And peace out. Have a good one.
Later, all.
All right.